Hey, good morning. Good morning. It's 5:09 in the AM. What's happening? What's happening, y'all? What's going on with it? I just want to share something with you. I'm trying to understand what this body is. You see, I'm trying to understand what it is. You see, I'm trying to understand what it is because I'm being lifted into space. I'm being lifted into space just to observe. You see, just to observe. You see, until I get enough discipline to say, I will choose this over here, you see, because neither one of the travels that I went through wasn't chosen by me. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't chosen by me. It was chosen by another power. You see, it was chosen by another power. I'm just trying to figure it out. I keep going back to the indigenous. I keep going back to the aboriginal. I keep going back to what they call civilized, a civilized nation. You see, but for some reason, the people of the civilized nation, for some reason, they don't look like the original people of the earth. You see, the original people of the earth. Now, when I read something, it talks about that something was created from the earth. A man was created from the earth. You see, and I'm trying to understand what this means. You see, I'm trying to understand what this actually means. You have an earth being that was created from the. How was this being created from the earth? You see, who is the earth being? You see, and who were these other elements around it who had life that they called them trees? You see, but there was one tree somewhere in the wilderness, you see, or probably in the thicket, you see, but in the wilderness, there was just one tree who was questioning all the inhabitants, but there was just this one. It was a female. You see, he went to the weaker vessel. You see, to talk to. You see, to talk to and to give it a little something, to give it its negative and positives, or to tell it you have the power to use your left side of your brain, you have the power to use the right side of your brain. And if you go and perform these duties with this cross, if you perform these duties, your eyes will be open. Your eyes will be open. You see, now you will die in those who you will have disobeyed. You're going to die. You see, you're going to die in their discipline, or what they call obedience. You're going to die in that. You see, and then you're going to get something inside of you that's going to make you do for yourself. You see, but if you let them know that you're doing these things for yourself, they're going to hover around you. You see, they're going to hover around you and point their finger down and condemn you because you're doing something for yourself. Your left side of your brain and your right side of your brain is doing something to the whole body. It's giving you a sense of thought. You're thinking. You see what I'm saying? You're thinking. You know that inside of the earth, inside of the soil, you see, there's a seed. The seed was made to go deep inside of this void where it's darkness. You understand what I'm saying? You see, and over a period of time, when the soil is moist, or however it is that God created down there, you see, right inside of that void, you have these parasites. But inside of that seed, all things was already created. Inside of that seed, that's going to protect you from the environment down below. Always protected. Something was created inside of you, inside of that shell, something was created. Something already know what to do, how to do it, how to stable you. You see, how to make sure your vibrative measures, you see, kick in. You see, and whatever is and the fluids and things that's inside of the inhabitants, inside of the nucleus of the seed. You see, all these things are made for all this grime and parasites and worms and all type of species that you can't see. But it's a world, it's a kingdom of its own, you see. But you, as that seed, is going to have to break that shell, you see. Break that shell and start planting. And the first thing these tentacles do, they grow from the shell. You know what I'm saying? They grow from it. And then they start going deep down south inside of the soil. They go deeper than how the seed was planted. They go deeper in the darkness. You see, these roots, they call them. You see, and while you going deep inside of this soil, your roots, something right there in the center start germinating. It start lifting up in the darkness. You see, it has your illnesses. It has your disobedience, your undisciplined mind. It has your weirdness. It has all these things. You see, it has your parents' bodies in it or thoughts in it. You see, it has your ancestors. All these things is creating this shoot, this stem, this spine. It's as if the brain is upside down, you see. But the body is vibrating and moving up like this. You see, just going through all this shit by yourself. You see. And then on the outside, you hearing these worms. You see, and these parasites kill him. He's rising up. And you see, he's going up, but see, they can't see these roots that's going down inside of this dirt to give him stability. They think it's white water. You see, they think it's white water. You see, because it looks like veins and vessels and shit. You see what I'm saying? And it's digging itself down. It's giving it some type of stability. You see, you know, to anchor itself in this shit. You see, so it will always be stable and it will always be up under what's about to be sprouted. You see, so he goes up. You know, he's vibrating himself up out of this about of this mud that was planted, this seed. And all these worms and parasites and all type of microbiomes. Shoot, I don't know the name of this shit. You see, I'm not a scientist. But all these things is going to try to harm this root. But this root have a substance on it. You see, this root have a substance on it that was created inside of the shell. You see, that came from a fruit that was above land. You see, it was always this fruit and this seed was always on high. You see, it was created and born from above. You see, it was created and developed from above. It had to fall down, you see, and then start over. You see, it had to do it again. But it's seeing and it's sensing that the same beings are always around to try to prevent it. They won't touch it because the farmer won't allow them to. You see, the farmer won't allow them to. This is the indigenous process. This is the aboriginal process of life. You see, this is the tree of life. You see, this is the indigenous process. This is the aboriginal process. You see, everything else comes to steal, kill, and destroy, and put on the garments of the indigenous, or put on the garments of the aboriginal. You see, and make you the seed. You see, it make you the seed after your development. After your development has already, you see, it's anti, and they will crush you with it anti. Let's go back to the soil. And so, as this shoot is vibrating itself out, the first thing it do is just let out its wings. You know, now the head is going to be down still. You see, the head is still going to be down like this. You see, and you know, he'll try to lift up. You know, he tried his best. You see, but he got to do it somewhere. You know, he got to make sure that it was planted properly, because you got these parasites on the outside too. You see, that you see, it just. It's sprouting. No, it's sprouting. Look, they all sprouting. Get the weed. Get the chemicals. Let's get it. Where is it at? God damn it. We'll read it in the book. You see. And they all out here. They all out here with different colors, different mind states. You see, and they call their understanding what God said. But I know that seed right there says a lot too. I know what it created says a lot too. Without no words, without no guidance from something that you got to read down and understand, all things are already created. You give that man back his soil, you give that man back his land, he'll do it by his damn self. He'll figure it out by himself, you see, because it's written inside of him. You see, it's written inside of him, you see, on what to do and how to do it. You see, all things that's contrary to his development is out here, looking like parts of his development, looking like water, looking like fruit, looking like obedience, looking like discipline. All these things, they look like. They're not it for real. They just look like. You see, because if it was real, you will have your original names. Your original names is inside of this dust, is inside of this soil, way deep, 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 deep down there. You might find some cities down there too, you see. But in order to bypass that, in order to live, I want you to follow me here, because they have the power. And so they're going to mimic everything that I was sharing with you in the beginning. They're going to mimic how the seed is planted, how the seed fights for its life inside of the darkness and the soil, you see. They're going to mimic those things, but it's going to be above ground. You see, it's going to be above ground. See, we only know visually what it is on how the child is created inside of the womb. But there are certain elements and things that you can see that's hidden, that's actually developing the child. As a matter of fact, all these things is inside the air. Is inside the name of God. This. The true name of God, you see, or the Most High. You see, the true name is you see. But no, don't you do that. Don't do it that way. Do it the way I told you. Say this name. Say the name. Say the name. Toby. Toby. You see. You see. So when they see you letting this shit loose, you see, and you talking about, you telling the people what that was. You letting this shit loose. You telling the people what that was. You letting this shit loose. You telling the people what that over there shit was. You letting that shit loose. Now you telling the people what that shit was. Now I heard this. I heard a pastor say this a while back. But he was talking to only a certain type of being. But that body was created for everybody. Loose, but they have to find out how to loose themselves. You see. So, in this development, you're going to have them all. They're not going to understand what you're talking about, nigga, because you're not reading. You're not reading nothing. You're not doing it the way they're doing it. Yo, what you're doing, those that's contrary or those that's here to steal, kill, and destroy with them, you see, they can't find you nowhere. Even though you're present, even though you're right there, they just can't touch you for some reason. They want to do something to you, but they can only attack you when you lose something. But they're attacking what was loosed. They're not attacking you. It seemed like it don't on the surface, and then they'll share their experience with what they're preparing to kill. You see, don't that remind you of something that happened in the text, or to happen to something that you loved in the text, you being prepared to do that? I'm just giving you something. You see, I'm just giving you something. Can you imagine you putting all your understanding on those who dominated your ancestors, and your standards is inside of what they call civility. It's not over here of what they call savagery, or what they call Indian, you see, or what they call Negro. It's not there. It's over here what they call civility. You see, who have civility? Monsters that they call human. You see, or have animal, have God. You see. Now, what I'm saying is, what are these beings? Who are these beings that's doing this shit to you, that's trying to harm you? They all going to try to harm you because they're over here inside of those who created the civilization. You see, or that's mimicking the civility that was brought to them by those who have the color of the black soil. You see. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Or maybe their civility came from the stars from above. No, but you can't look at the stars from above. You can't read them. You can't do that because that's called the devil. It's called evil. So what the hell are you doing alive? What is your purpose is to do nothing but study here, read it. Every breath you take, you speak these words that's inside of the Bible. You see, ma'am, how your stomach feeling? Did you take a bowel movement today? Well, the Lord told me here in Matthew, you can find this even in the Old Testament. You see, you can find this in the Old Testament. You see, in Isaiah where it says this about the bowel movement and no, ma'am. I'm talking about, because see, you drunk something or you ate something from the earth. I'm trying to, you ate something from God. I'm talking about the real one. The one who created the apple. It has a lot of fiber in it. And it has seeds, ma'am. It has seeds in it that you can keep your stomach and things safe. But you got to plant those seeds out here in this. Ma'am, you just plant the seeds. It's inside of the apple. It's fashioned inside of it's internal. The seed is internal. Sir, listen, I know you're trying to help me, but in everything, and I like you, and I appreciate you, and thank you. But I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. I read my text every day. Okay, you can't. No, ma'am, I was just asking you because you spoke about your constipation. That's all. You was eating something that your body didn't agree with, and it locked your bowels. You see, you didn't say nothing about bowels being locked when you just said all that. Can you find me something while you're sitting? Are you still sitting on the toilet? Can you find me something in the book where it talk about locked bowels? You can't talk like this because it makes it seem like you have a little bit of sense. No, it makes you seem like you're slow or retarded because you don't want to join the development of the anti. You don't have it in you to do that. You hold on to something, but it takes strength and power to hold on to something that they call death. You see, there's something that they call death. You hold on to something that they call death. Why are you holding on to that? You see, it's not that. It's the absence. You see, it's the unseen that I'm holding on to that you can't see. It's not death, because the flesh dies. And the Most High don't die. The energy don't die, did you see? So when you went in that field, and this thing said, you won't surely die, you see. And the story goes on. But what I'm saying to you is, it's what they love that they're preparing to kill, to steal from, and to harm. You see, you don't see them doing, what's another one they love? They love Jesus. Didn't they steal from him? You see, didn't they destroy him? Didn't they kill him or its flesh? So the spirit will come into you and do the same thing to you. You see, because there's a power that wants to mimic the Most High. He wants to set his throne right next to the Most High. You see, and he wants to do certain things like the Most High, but he can't. But he know that you are a seed. But instead of being a seed, he's going to create these little bitty ants. So you're going to be an ant to him. And you're the one that's going to build its colonies. He's going to be the director. You see, he's trying to develop what's internally created inside of you. The seed, you see. The seed. Can you imagine, have you ever listened to people when they talk about everybody's problems and shit? But for some reason, they don't talk about the poisons that's inside the water. They don't talk about the poisons what's inside the foods. You know, they blame you for this shit. They don't blame the masters and the creators of your death. They blame you. You see, they don't go up to their father, you see, and talk to their fathers, you see, about this poison that those that govern them or those that's paying them, you see, is giving them whatever. You see what I'm saying? You see, you see, yeah, all these type things. You see, all these type things that will create something, that will create, you know, different chemicals inside of your brain, you see, however it may be, and make you do certain things out here in the world. You see, and some of the things that's already out here, you know, because it was fed to the children since they was young, just like the human being was taken away from the broadcast, and then they gave you things that are not like human beings. They gave you animals and monsters, these little demons. You see, so now the children grow up like the little demons and shit, you see. But at the same time, they got education that was given to them by the Rothschilds and all the other beings, you see, who rule them or rule the world. You see, did God give the Rothschilds their civility? Did God give the Rothschilds their world, their power? Am I saying it right? If I'm not saying it right, just know who I'm talking about. You see, because I know there's some beings that rule. You see, these are the beings who own your educational system. So if you don't get no seals of approval or no certificates, there's no way you can buy something, sell it, or live in a civilized world that they created. You see, and even if you do find a way to get out, there are going to be people that look like you that's going to stop you. You see, that's going to stop you. Hey, you got to have a higher conscience. You can't have no type of, you got to have emotional intelligence. You got to have all these type things. Inside of their created, Hezekiah's created world. You see, when I used to be in the forest and hit my knee on something, darn it. I didn't hear nobody say, look, he having emotions. Look, he having feelings because he hit his leg right there on the tree. You see, look at it. He's having emotions because he hit his leg on the tree. No, it wasn't like that because it was a natural process. You hit your leg on a tree and you feel the tree. You see what it is. You see what the kind of fruit that it's offering you. You know, you shake it a little bit, see how strong it is, see if you can build a hut with it. God gave it to you.